So I think at this point, it's certainly since I've joined, I suppose, speaking to different people about the software, etc., etc. There's a few myths or frequently asked questions, however you want to put it, that have just cropped up within my conversations, really. And one is, the first one is this is going to be expensive because it saves a load of money. So usually with this sort of software, there's a saving sharing goes on to a higher degree than that the customers would expect. But I think from our perspective, the key thing really that we wanted to try is that demolishing of barriers to entry. So there are no upfront CapEx sides from our cost to get the system going. It's subscription SaaS based, and it's relatively fast deployment. So what we see from signing of contracts to going live / seeing benefit is around 12 weeks. So it's not, it doesn't take years and years and years to get this going, and more importantly, seeing the benefit of the product. The second myth is usually WMS related, that something like this would have to require modifications to the WMS, etc., etc. As I've said numerous times, and I think as Phil demonstrated quite neatly there, it does sit directly alongside your WMS. And then the third thing, as I've talked to a lot of IT people about, is it's gonna take a lot of my time. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get going, etc., etc. So it's important to just say it's light touch, fairly standard API creation. There's actually 4, which we'll come on to very shortly, and that maintains that 12-week onboarding process. So from an integration perspective, I think it's important to stress it's the four APIs. So we need the picks into our system. We need to give you the optimized picks back into the WMS system. The third API is for a feedback loop. So once you've executed those optimized pick lists, we want that data back so we can re-optimize them in the future. And then the fourth one is cancel pick effectively, so you can cancel stuff within the system. But in terms of who handles what, on our side, we handle the optimization as you'd expect. We could host it for you. We'll configure it with you to start with the setup, and then obviously fine tune it as we go along. And then with the ongoing support packages Simon mentioned at the very outset. And then on the customer side, you give us the data access and the approvals. You'll build the APIs. You'll manage the security and governance checks. And then obviously once it's all live, there should be minimal interaction from an IT perspective, WMS perspective on the customer side.